Hi. What are we so excited about?
The nurses' ball.
Am I missing something? I was under the impression that there was no funding, that it was on hold.
No, it is back from the dead because of Sabrina.
Wow, that's great.
There's nothing definite yet, but there's this woman named Lucy Coe. She lives in Manhattan, and she's got a cosmetic line that Felix actually sells.
Felix, the nurse.
Yeah. He said that he can get me in touch with Lucy Coe. The two of them are like this.
Why would you want to keep me here? I'm nothing but a liability, just one more crime for the police to charge you with. I mean, is this really what you wanted for yourself? Don't you have a family? I mean, people that love you?
My family is not your concern.
Well, I haven't seen my family in almost a year. You have no idea how much I miss them, how much I miss my husband and my little girl.
I should care for your suffering.
You're a doctor, just like I am. You don't become a doctor without caring about people.
This is an impossible situation.
It's a very simple way out. All you have to do is trust your own humanity and just have some compassion for me, for my whole family, and just let me go. Please.
You had your heart broken. You both did. No parent should ever have to bury their child. I mean, how do you describe in words that sort of a loss? Luke said you were dealing with it. And then that idiot, Heather Weber, has to go and tell you that Robin's alive. She did the worst imaginable thing for a grieving parent. She gave them hope. So off you go to Switzerland. When you get there, you discover that Robin's gone. So you've got to deal with the loss all over again.
Yeah, I did.
And in the middle of all of this steps Duke Lavery, alive and in color, standing in your living room.
I could have shot him that first day. I wish to God I had.
Faison's timing here was impeccable. He knew he could never get away with any of this unless you were grieving for Robin. But as it is, he still had to throw everything he had at you, including a dead man's face.
What if he didn't? What if that man is still alive?
What's that mean, Mac? Why does Olivia see Dante and Lulu's baby as a dog?
Sweetheart, it was a hallucination. It probably doesn't mean anything.
Olivia's hallucinations have been pretty accurate lately.
Even if she's right and she saw a dog...
Even if she's right?
Actually, these things are subject to interpretation. Just because Olivia saw a dog doesn't mean the baby will actually be a dog.
Well, what else could it mean? What if the baby's gonna be ugly? You know how sometimes guys call ugly girls dogs?
I don't think that's what she
Or what
meant.
if it means that the baby is a bad person? What's that old saying, a dog in the manger? Is that right? Mangers have to do with babies. It could be related.
Say anything about a
Or maybe it means
manger.
the baby's gonna be born with that disease where you're completely covered in fur. What if it has to do with the IVF treatments? I mean, after all the shots and the catheters and the other things you don't really want to know about, they end up putting a dog embryo inside of me?
Maxie, stop! You're not going to get pregnant with a dog.
How do you know that?
Because this is Olivia's hallucination. It probably has to do with her own worries about the baby.
Well, whatever it means, it's bad.
Maybe it is and maybe it isn't. The hallucination isn't what's worrying me right now. You are.
Excuse me, Dr. Westbourne. Do you have a minute? Is everything okay? Yeah, everything's fine. I just have a question about my procedure. Of course. Why don't we talk over here? Thank you. Hi.
So this is fantastic. When is the meeting with Lucy?
Oh, I'm not sure yet.
Wait, but you do have the meeting with her?
Oh, yeah. Felix said he would take care of it. Everything's gonna be great.
Good.
Excuse me. I'm looking for my son, Dante Falconari.
He's over there.
Thanks, Greg.
Today's the day I get my grandbaby.
Whoa, Mom! What the hell are you doing?
So she ended up on stage in
Hey,
her own.
there's Felix.
Oh, Felix, come here.
You wanted to see me?
Yeah, I was just telling Dr. Drake how you're gonna hook me up with Lucy Coe.
Oh, about that.
There's not a problem, is there?
Not a problem exactly. The thing is, There's something I need to tell you, the both of you.
Okay.
Something good, I hope.
The thing I have to tell you is, there's a mistletoe above your head.
This isn't just about me. But why should you have to pay for the crimes that Faison committed? If you let me go, then you look innocent.
Things are difficult. Yes. Now is the time when one's faith is tested. And I have faith in Faison.
Well, you're going to be very disappointed. Because Faison is a treacherous man. And he only cares about himself. He will save himself and he'll blame you for everything.
Faison will not compromise his plan. He'll find a way to remedy the situation.
If my parents know that Faison is alive, it's only a matter of time before they figure out the rest. That I am alive and that Faison is the one that took me.
It's too random.
Trust me, Dr. Obrecht. You do not want Anna Devane and Robert Scorpio to find me shackled to a bed. You don't want me to have to explain to them that you are the one that held me prisoner. If you want to get out of this alive, you have to let me go.
You may have a point. I have no choice but to eliminate you.
Don't do this, Anna, please.
No, I ignored my instincts before. I overlooked inconsistencies, and I'm not going to make that mistake again.
What inconsistencies?
All right, hear me out. When I come into this room, Faison is in here, right? And he had this thug. Oh, God, what was his name? Oh, it was Klaus. Of course it was Klaus. So Klaus brings Duke into this room. He's all bound and gagged, and he's being held at gunpoint. And this man that I thought was Duke, he's fighting against his restraints, and he's trying to tell me something. And that's when Faison says to Klaus to shoot him. And I go for the gun, and I try to get it.
Well, that was staged.
Yes, exactly. Right. At that point, Faison drugs me, and I'm out. And then when I come to, now Faison has got this whole mask back on again as Duke. And this Klaus person is lying here. He's dead. Duke says he shot him and that Faison escaped.
So what's the problem?
Who was that man? That was Duke. Who was the man being held at gunpoint?
We went through all of this. Faison came in, stuck the Duke mask on the henchman.
Right, of course, because anybody could look like Duke if they had that mask on. But what if there's another possibility?
Well, wait a minute. You're not buying it.
Yeah, no, listen. What if Duke Lavery is alive? What if that was him?
Faison had this plan down to the last detail. He needed you to see him with Duke. So the best thing was to slap a mask on one of the henchmen.
Right, I know. It's vintage Faison.
Why don't you want to believe that?
Well, because when Faison was posing as Duke, you know, he wasn't just some mute person. He knew things, right? He knew things about me, Duke, conversations, places we'd been, things that only Duke and I would know.
But this is Faison. You don't think he's capable of getting such a thorough dossier?
Right, I know. But I was also wondering why, when Luke went to Turkey, that the story checked out.
But wait. Luke said he couldn't disprove Lavery's story.
Right. Maybe because Duke Lavery had actually been in that Turkish prison.
Wait. Faison's more than capable of bribing people and falsifying records.
But what if there's another possibility? What if Duke had been held captive in that Turkish prison and Faison had found him there and he questioned him and he got all this information out of him and maybe, I don't know, maybe he took a mold of his face, and because that would explain why that mask is so perfect.
Look, all he needs is good software and a decent lab and he can fabricate anyone's face. But Let's call Interpol.
No,
Let's call...
you know, there's something else. It's been bothering me. When Klaus brought Duke into this room, there was a look in his eyes. Something that had been missing. Duke, when he came in here, he was struggling to tell me something, and he was fighting, and he was trying to save me. And I recognized his eyes. They were Duke's.
Okay. I don't think you're right about this, but I know where we can go and get some answers.
You said so yourself. It's only a matter of time before your parents find you here. And when they do, they'll destroy everything Faison strove to accomplish.
It's already been destroyed. That's why you have to think about this. And you have to save yourself.
Yes. That's why I can't risk the authorities learning of your existence. I'm afraid the only solution is for you to die.
No, killing me is not going to fix anything. And if you let me go, I'll tell my parents and I'll plead for leniency.
Leniency? From Robert Scorpio? The man is ruthless to his enemies, a legend among the spies. No. He'll want Faison to pay, and he'll want me to pay as well. As for your mother, I never understood Faison's obsession. But I know she's dangerous. And I imagine she'd be merciless to a woman who had harmed her precious child.
My parents pay their debts. If you save me, they will owe you.
I'm afraid you were right after all, Robin. It's time to cut my losses.
Please, you can't.
I must decide what to do, and quickly. They'll be coming here soon. You're not the only one I have to deal with.
What? What do you mean? Who else are you holding here? Who?